designs and stories from other countries as well. So for them to, in a very short period of time, come out together to do this, it really wasn't easy. And the ATC students had to create their own puppetry. They drew, they shaped, they cut their own puppetry, and they also came up with a story. They wrote the storyline as well, and they rehearsed with my dear instructor over there, Miss Renee, as well as Miss Tan, who oversaw the whole program during the term 3 period when it was super busy. Okay, so it is intricate work, and shadow puppetry or any form of puppetry takes a lot of work and learning and hours of practice. So they haven't really had a lot of time to practice, but they are putting up a performance for everyone here, and I hope that you will be very supportive of what they are performing for you and be very encouraging as well, okay? Alright, without further ado, I bring to you ATC Shadow Puppetry.
The Red Hill is a famous myth, but do you know how it all came about? Let me tell you a story of its origins. Fishermen were fishing peacefully by the ocean. But suddenly, the swordfish jumped out of the ocean and swiftly impaled the fisherman. The peace the village once had was now shattered. The surviving villagers rushed immediately to the palace to inform the king of the crisis.
Whoever who has the solution to this problem will be handsomely rewarded with gold.
After a while, a young boy walked up to propose an idea.
I've got an idea!
The king was doubtful at first, but he had to hear what his young subject had to offer.
Your Highness, I have a solution that might save our country.
Convinced, the king approved of the young boy's plan.
Advisors, get the villagers to work.
And everyone got to work. The young boy's plan was to plant bamboo shoots into the soil so that the swordfish would get stuck in them. The plan worked exceptionally well as the swordfish got stuck and could no longer harm the villagers. The villagers rejoiced and celebrated over their victory. Yay! We saved our village! However, the power-hungry advisors were envious of the young boy and attempted to manipulate the king in order to get rid of him.
Your Highness, we fear for your safety. Your place on the throne might be jeopardized by this boy.
Yes, you are right. He might overthrow me. I want you to get rid of this boy, now!
With the king's orders, the knights went to look for the young boy.
What are you doing here?
Sorry, by order of the king.
With a stab of the spear, the young boy's blood flowed down the hill, staining it red. And this is how the Red Hill came about.
In a time long past, an unexpected calamity came to be. From the depths of the unknown, 10 suns rose above the horizon. Such incessant light and heat ravaged the earth. Wilting fields of grains, boiling seas, and even melting forged metals.
Why have the gods punished us?
All hope was lost. Benched beneath the scorching rays, the people begged the emperor god to aid them. In the name of trust, he called upon the great archer, Ho-Yi.
Ho-Yi, my sons are up to no good, raging destruction in malice. Persuade them to stop before humanity perishes.
Very well then, Emperor.
Armed with the mystical red bow and the quiver of white arrows, Ho-Yi traveled to Earth. Barren land was all he found. Agony-tinted little cries, life parallel to the deceased. Shielding his eyes, he peered to the sky where the 10 suns cruelly flared. Mercy was not on their agenda. With courage of conviction, Ho-Yi loosed the warning at the 10 suns, hoping to free the people from the shackles of despair.
Your father has set me down here to save the innocents. Stop this or you will taste the justice of my bow.
We are not afraid of your toy, Ho-Yi.
I shall protect this land from those who intend to destroy it.
Ho-E drew his bow and arrow and fired a killing shot. Pierced, the sun exploded in color.
You can't run from my arrows.
8 times more Ho-E drew arrow to cheek. 8 shots more he let fly. 8 more bursts rent the sky. But one sun he left, and so fearful of Ho-E's archery, coerced, this sun behaved, dipping below the horizon.
It would be wise of you to not try your luck with me.
Earth finally flourished and blossomed life like it used to. Emperor God is fueled with rage and malevolence.
I told you to persuade my sons, not kill them.
Forgive me, Emperor, but I cannot stand idle watch the people suffer.
Though the world was saved, the Emperor God was furious that his children were killed. In punishment, Ho-E and his wife Chang'e were made mortals. Their plea annulled.
No!
Among the immortals that lived in the heavens, Chang'e was the most elegant dancer, faultless and unparalleled. None can compete alongside her. However, Chang'e grew melancholy and danced no more. Tolerance was not of choice to Ho-E.
I'm sorry, Chang'e. I did not know this would happen.
To restore their status in the heavens, Ho-E searched far and wide for a fairy with the elixir of immortality. This is the last of what I have. Drink only half of this. Its powers are not to be reckoned with.
As you say.
Thieves emerged from the woods with eyes hungry for the elixir.
Take this, protect it at all costs.
Chang'e struggled to hide the elixir, but in the end was forced to drink it in the name of just. Too much for one person, the elixir gave her immortality, but it also swept her off her feet and into the sky. To the love of her life, she said her goodbye.
Chang'e, I'll be with you soon.
To death do us part. Since then, Chang'e has lived on the moon and amongst the stars. Her star-crossed love of forbidden sights, a jade rabbit her only companion. If you eavesdrop the whispers, find her between the waxing and waning, as she moonlit dances her sorrows into the abyss. Even in the dark, we find a reason to shine.
And this is my story. In the face of war, my father has been called back to serve the nation. As my father's health has been deteriorating, I have decided to take his place. From today onwards, I shall be known as King.
Warriors, from today onwards, all of you will be undergoing an intense training for your journey to become a real man.
Yes, sir!
Let the training begin.
Yes, sir!
I got you too.
No! I must prove them wrong. I am not weak. Okay, Mulan, you can do this. Just to prove them wrong. Alright? You're doing fine. You're doing great. It's gonna be okay. Okay? What are you thinking? You can't do this. No one has ever done this. What makes you think you can do it? It's alright? Positive thinking. You can do it. I believe in you. You have met your father proud. You're almost there. Okay? Finally!
Wow, that's amazing.
How did he do that? He's so weak can climb up.
Before we knew it, it was war. It was almost over. We had no hope.
But our dear Ping fired the last shot. Everyone,
However, I couldn't escape in time and was injured by the glaciers.
Ping, are you hiding anything from us? What are you talking about? Perhaps your gender?
That was when I was exposed and kicked out of the army.
Today is the day we celebrate the joyous moment when our soldiers return with pride. The Huns shall never return.